Hello family, welcome back. Hope you're all doing fine. So today I'm going to be sharing with you this amazing hair mask for super hair growth. If you're new here, go click on the subscribe button and hit that bell. So the first ingredients that we're going to be using for this hair mask is oatmeal. Oatmeal is a superfood when it comes to natural hair growth. It helps fight against itchy scalp, it strengthens your hair follicles, and it moisturizes your hair really well when you apply it to your hair as an hair mask. So we're going to be using this as our first ingredients. And our second ingredient is going to be hibiscus flower. So I have here my dried hibiscus flower. If you can get the powder, you can also use that as well. I couldn't get the powder at this time, so I went for the dried flowers. So I'm going to be using this as my second ingredient for this hair mask. Hibiscus is another great ingredient for natural hair growth. So this is another ingredient that you should introduce to your regimen when you want to grow your hair really nice and fast. So this is what I'll be using as my second ingredient for this hair mask. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put my pan on the stove, and then I'll just put in some water, just enough to cook my ingredients together, and I'll go ahead and pour in my oatmeal. So when I'm done putting my oatmeal, I'm going to leave it for a little while to cook. Then I'll go ahead and pour in my hibiscus flower already washed. So I'll just mix it nicely together. So when I'm done mixing it, I'm going to leave it on the stove for like 10 to 15 minutes for it to cook really well and blend together. So this is it after like 15 minutes on the stove. Now I'm going to take it off and I'll let it cool for a while before I blend it. I let this cool for like 10 to 15 minutes, but because it is really thick, it seems like it's going to take a long time to cool off. So I'm going to go ahead to use my hand mixer to blend it instead of using normal blender because of the heat. So I'll just scoop in half of it into the mixer or the bowl. Then I'll go ahead and use my hand mixer to blend it. So I blend this for a little while because of the hibiscus flower. So I try to make it really smooth, but I think it's okay this way. Next, I'm going to go ahead and filter it. I'm going to be using my socks to filter it. So I'm doing this so that it will be easy for me to wash off when I apply it to my hair. You want to always filter your homemade mask, because if you don't do that, it takes a while and it can be really messy to wash off from your hair if you don't filter it. That's why I went ahead to filter it. So now I'm done filtering it. So guys, this is it. As you can see, it's really smooth and nice. Next, I'm going to go in with my essential oil. I'm going to add a few drops first of my lavender oil. Just 3 or 4 drops. I love my essential oil so well, so I tend to add little drops to whatever I make. And next I'm going to be adding rosmarino essential oil, few drops also. Then I'll go ahead and mix it really nicely. Lastly, I'm going to be adding my extra virgin oil. Extra virgin oil is really good for your hair. It gives your hair shine and it also helps improve hair growth. So I'll just add a tablespoon of my extra virgin oil to it and then mix it really well. And finally, I'm going to transfer it to my container because I'm not going to use it right away. So I'm going to transfer it. You can store this in the fridge up to a week or 2 weeks, or in the freezer it can last for months. So I'm going to transfer this to my container, and from there I'll be applying it to my hair. So guys, this is it after cooling off really well. When I applied this to my hair, the result was amazing, guys. So you give it a try, and don't forget to come leave a comment of how it was when you tried it. Please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Bye bye.